Good morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, I'd voice the radio. So today, we need to take a little bit of a look at all the lovely new secret rares, which are coming in Sword and Shield 10, that being Space Juggler and Time Gazer. There are 42 of them. That is a lot, ladies and gentlemen. That is a lot, so we should get rolling with the Pokémon V, and starting off we've got Hisuian Lilligant V that has both a full art and a special art. Special art here being a rather attractive card indeed. We are back to special arts, and let's be clear, this is kind of a big deal. Remember, back in Battle Region we had those lovely characters super rares, you had your Starmie and your Garchomp. We didn't have special arts, so this is actually kind of a big deal. We have a full art version of Luxray, unfortunately no special art here, sorry about that. And in something which is going to upset a lot of people, we have a full art of Jirachi, but we don't have a special art of Jirachi. We do have an awesome ability that lets you move energy from a basic Pokemon V when it's KO'd to your bench. That's amazing. No special art of Jirachi and no VSTAR of Jirachi. That seems a little bit sad. Machamp, however, absolutely does come through with a full art and a special art, and as a bunch of people are already pointing out, this is a phenomenal card. Komatsu here has done an excellent job. This is a great looking card. This shows what can happen. I sincerely believe these special arts are basically, here's a really good artist, here's a good Pokemon, go nuts, and it's working, ladies and gentlemen. It is absolutely working. And of course, to nobody's surprise, we have both a full art and a special art of Dialga V. And I like Dialga V. It's got a, well, the V-Star. Well, we'll get to that in a moment. But it's a cool card. And you'll notice Master of Time. And you've got what looks like basically the whole kind of cycle of a sun going around the actual really bright sun there. It looks really cool regardless. I love it. It seems like a hey, I'm controlling time thing. The picture looks like it's got different times of day all on the same card. I love it, ladies and gentlemen. I love it. And Weirdeer V, unfortunately, only gets a full art. It's got a really nice ability that lets you move energy to it, and then it can smash, because it does damage depending on how much energy's on it, but unfortunately just a full art. Now that's Time Gazer. Moving over to Space Juggler, we've got ourselves Beedrill, which has both a full art and a special art. And I like the special art of Beedrill. These special arts are so good. But you got a swarm of Beedrill going over a bunch of flowers. And remember, the V has got that attack that does 50 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon for each Beedrill V in play. It's got an attack that depends on you swarming, and artwork which is a swarming Beedrill. I think that is an excellent, excellent thing to do. I love that they've done this. I am a rather gigantic fan. Yeah, this one's good, and I love Beedrill V as a card. We've then obviously got Origin Palkia V as both a full art and as a special art. And I really like this one. This one is very, very cool. Now, it is Oswaldo Cato who does all of the stadiums, and I still find it weird how that person's stadiums and Pokemon look so different. In the style, it's very strange, but you've got a proper MC Escher thing going on here with all of the stairs. And obviously, Palkia is a master of space, so in the same way Dialga's got lots of different times of day represented on the card, here you've got space doing all kinds of weird things, which is absolutely what you would expect. Now, Heatran V only unfortunately gets a full art, no special art here, but the eagle-eyed nerds among you like myself might notice that actually this is a little bit weird, because these cards are out of order. If we go to the main set list, Heatran V is card number 14, and Palkia V is card number 22, because it always goes grass, fire, water. Here, even though all of the others are all in the right order, we started off with grass, we're going to finish with colourless, more on that in a moment. These two are out of order. Is this a deliberate choice because Palkia's a master of space? Maybe. Is this a mistake? Maybe. I have no idea of knowing which one's which, and this isn't the kind of thing we're going to get an announcement for. But I really like Heatran V, and it's not got a special art, unfortunately. Neither has Cleaver. We've known about the full art for a while. Remember, that is coming in our special V-Star Premium Collection box. So this is not going to be in Astral Radiance. It's going to be in our special box. This is cool. It's fine. It's a full art. Now, Hisuian Sneasler V, I am conflicted. Because I don't like Hisuian Sneasler as a Pokemon. It creeps me out and I don't like it. But I actually really like the card. In my video, I told you how it can do turn 1, 300 damage going second. And it can. But you'll notice the alternate art is by the wonderful Okacheke. And by now, you know how I feel about the wonderful Okacheke. And this is not a letdown. This artwork is phenomenal. Absolutely flat out over the top phenomenal. The lighting, the depth you can see in the picture, the cute little Sneasel on top of the mountain or cliff, whatever you want to call it. I adore the artwork, but it's Hisuian Sneasler, and that is a little bit weird, frankly. Oranguru V finishes off here just with a full art. Helps you search out tools, which is nice, but just a full art, not a special art. Yeah, lots of Pokemon V, ladies and gentlemen. Moving on to Pokemon V-Star, we have basically got exactly what we would expect and exactly what I predicted, and that is that they all get a Rainbow Rare, but there is a gold in each of the sets, so there are 2 gold here rather than the 1. So Hisuian Lilligant just gets a Rainbow Rare version. I still love the V-Star power that searches out grass Pokemon and energy, that's really cool. Machamp VMAX gets a Rainbow Rare, because remember, instead of 3 V-Star, there are 2 V-Star and 1 VMAX, but they're treated the same in terms of secret rares. And then Dialga V-Star comes in with both a Rainbow Rare and a gold version. And it was always going to be Dialga. With Battle Region, there was a bit of a, ooh, which one's it gonna be? Yeah, there's no question here, ladies and gentlemen. It was always going to be Dialga in Time Gazer. And it gets you an extra turn during the V-Star power. That's pretty gosh darn good. Although obviously the Rainbow Rare and the Gold version are just the same card, but one's Rainbow Rare and one's Gold. And moving over into Space Juggler, we see the same things. So Heatran VMAX has a Rainbow Rare version. Interesting to note that here the cards are in the right order. Heatran comes before Palkia. And then you've got Palkia V-Star that comes in as a Rainbow Rare as well. And obviously gets a Gold version because it's Palkia and the set is Space Juggler. Come on, that makes sense. And then we've got Cleaver V-Star that comes in as a Rainbow Rare. And no Gold version or any of that, just as a Rainbow Rare. Remember, I am very much expecting that the regular Cleaver V-Star will be taken out of Astral Radiance. That should be the case. And then we're going to be left with just the Rainbow Rare version. Can't say that for a fact, but that is what I would expect based on what Pokemon generally tend to do. So there's all your Pokemon, there are a bunch of them. When we get to supporters, again, as predicted, although, let's be perfectly clear, this was not some far-out prediction, it was a pretty easy prediction to make. All of the supporters get both a full art and a Rainbow Rare. So over in Time Gazer, we get Adamant, which was, of course, one of the ones shown off the other day, and you'll notice that both the full art and the Rainbow Rare have exactly the same artwork, which is honestly pretty gosh darn good artwork. Gardenia's Vigor, remember that one is coming around, that lets you accelerate grass energy. That is one we're all getting rather excited about indeed, and you get yourself a full art Gardenia and a Rainbow Rare Gardenia, which is rather lovely. And then we got Zissou, that's the one that lets you draw until you got one more card in hand than your opponent. One of the new characters again from Legends Arceus. You've got a full art and a Rainbow Rare, and things are looking rather nice indeed. And then moving over into Space Juggler, we've got the exact same thing going on here. So you get yourself an Irida? Still not entirely sure how to pronounce that. As both a full art and a Rainbow Rare, this was the other one that was teased back on Tuesday, I want to say. That is a very nice card again. That's kind of cool. Grant comes in as both a full art and a Rainbow Rare. This is one that lets you do an extra 30 damage with your fighting Pokemon, and you can just put it from your discard to your hand by discarding 2 cards. That's pretty cool. And then Choi gets a full art and a Rainbow Rare again. And this is one of those other new characters that came around in Legends Arceus. And then we get to the gold cards. Now, obviously, I've already shown you the gold Pokemon, so the only thing really left to do is go and have a look at the other gold cards. And if you're someone who likes those Kato Stadiums like me, this is very, very nice indeed. So what we've got here over in Time Gazer is we have got a gold version of trekking shoes, and I like trekking shoes. It's that new item, lets you look at the top card of your deck and you either draw it or discard it and draw the next one. I think it's going to see a bunch of play, and this is a very good card, and we get a nice gold version of it. But far more exciting, for me at least, is Path to the Peak. Now, we often see this. Most sets have one gold card that we've seen before. So here, even though Path to the Peak is not from this set, it's from a previous set, we still have it popping up here as a gold card. Kato did the original Path to the Peak, Kato does this one as well, and there's a lovely Snom on there. I've started collecting the Kato Stadiums, and I've now become aware they're doing the gold ones as well. So I need to go and start picking up some of these gold stadiums. For now, I love this Path to the Peak. It's not going to be one of the cheaper ones to try and get hold of because it's hyper playable. It's the one that says that Pokemon with rule boxes don't have abilities, sees a huge amount of play, is a great card. And now we got this beautiful version of it as well. This is one that I want very much indeed. Moving over to Space Juggler, we see the same thing. We got 2 gold, we got a new card and an old card. The new card here is Temple of Sinnoh. It's another stadium that was originally drawn by Kato, the regular version. And now we've got the secret rare gold version as well. And worth pointing out, there is a little Murkrow kind of chilling in the art. These are stunning. Again, I'm not usually a fan of gold cards. I'm not someone who generally runs around trying to pick them up. I assure you, ladies and gentlemen, I will absolutely be picking these 2 up. These are so good. And if you are a fan of the Kato Stadiums, and I very much am, you should be pretty happy with this double set right about now. As for the other one, it's double turbo energy. Again, like I say, every set tends to have one gold card, which is a reprint of one from a previous set. Here we end up with double turbo energy, which of course was in Starbirth over in Japan. And now we get it here as well. And this is another one which is going to be a very, very popular card, because what this one does is it provides 2 colourless energy. Sure, it means you do 20 less damage, but it's already seeing a huge amount of play. Don't expect that to change anytime soon. And I do find it kind of interesting that both of the gold cards that came around in Space Juggler, we've got double turbo energy, and the stadium that wrecks double turbo energy. So there we go, all 42 of the secret rares, meaning of life, from the new set. And, I mean, these are amazing. For me, I've got to point out that Hisuian Sneasler, it's Okacheke, it's amazing. But I'm in love with that Palkia as well. That Palkia is awesome. Which probably means I need to buy more boxes of Space Juggler than I do of Time Gazer. Although, do need to give one more shout out to that gold Path to the Peak, which is in the other set. So I don't know, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know. But certainly putting them side by side, I am a big fan, probably of Space Juggler more than the other. Although, shout out to Kato, who gets a secret rare in each of the sets. That is not something most artists get to do. That's kind of awesome. For now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to know what you think about these. I want to know which of your favourites, and I want to know whether you think Space Juggler or Time Gazer wins. So let me know in the comment section, would ya? Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCG Radio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all that good stuff, head on over to patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can do exactly that. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.